officials are Mike for sound. And Johns Hopkins the top seed in the home whites and the light blue shorts. Kyle Harrison has won yet another draw. He is one of the all-time great face-off men in Hopkins history. Undefeated team at 14-0. Kevin O'Leary, Brian Abbott, Jim Lussinger are the officials today for us. And they have wireless microphones, so a new aspect to our lacrosse coverage here on ESPN2. We heard some great field level sounds. Harrison shot, first of the game. When he scores the first goal, Hopkins in his career, 15-0. It happened last week, quarterfinals against UMass. Rabel, the right-hand cradle. Harrison, their leader. We talked with Kyle yesterday. He really has embraced the role of being looked at as the top player in the game. Call for the long stick for Virginia. He's one of the best. 36 in the dark uniform, scoops up the ground ball. And out come the Cavaliers. First possession of the game for them. J.J. Morrissey, former hockey star up in Massachusetts, and a D-Mitty with a short stick helped bring it in for Don Starge and the Cavs.
Round razor! Eagle!
Virginia's led by Matt Ward. That is 45 points. John Christmas, 2 in the dark jersey. A very impressive attackman. Coming off a sports hernia injury last year, as Janine talked about, part of a miserable 2004 for the Cavaliers. Just about everything went wrong, health-wise, on and off the field for them. Here's Christmas, trying to regain some of that incredible quickness he once had. Toward the right-hand cradle, as the Cavaliers try to make an impact first possession. Quick stick try. Schwartzman up to the task. Matt Poske, big number 7, who had a tremendous game last week against Navy. What a young talent he is.
Hopkins shutting off Matt Ward. And now Ward has a matchup superiority here over field, so look for a quick double team.
A lot of contact behind the cage. Goalie Jesse Schwartzman try to help. Whistle. Play on holding call against Johns Hopkins. The close defense has been so spectacular the last couple of years for Dave Petronella. Greg Raymond out there, long stick, defensive mid senior. Chris Watson, Tom Garvey, Matt Pino. Close defense. 3 of the best the game has ever known. Their next challenge, shutting down guys like this. Kyle Dixon, 11 in the dark jersey. Big attackman. Poske thought about a shot. Ward with it. Watson. Great defensive play to poke it loose. Matt Ward regains. Sharp angle. Ward. And refined the ball just behind the cage. Big hit, a lot of contact. And a turnover. Raymond gets physical.
Greg Raymond, key matchup for today for him is Kyle Dixon, 6'4". Had a great game last week in the quarterfinals against Navy. And Raymond will be tested. Dixon is such a trigger man for Virginia, isolating from up top.
Here's Benson Irwin, right-hand cradle. Here's from Baltimore Friends High School, the same high school as Kyle Harrison.
Look at Virginia extending their defense. Look at the way they pressure the ball. They're the fastest defense in the nation. They step out and play it. Conversely, Hopkins' defense is a very soft defense. They pack it in nice and tight. This is Virginia's equivalent to like a UNLV basketball. Just get out in your face, work for the takeaway check. Look at the way they press their matchups.
Hopkins patient with the ball. Looking for the game's first goal, national semifinal. Which team joins Duke in the championship game Monday, high noon on ESPN. Here's Joe Malo. Coming back for a hamstring problem, charging in. Turner a piece of it. And closest to it is Greg Pizer.
Key matchup when Johns Hopkins has the ball. Steve Holmes, the captain, the lefty, what a great hitter he is. His game will have to be on point today. Kyle Harrison, known for his speed, known for his agility and his quickness.
Malo senior from Denver, Colorado. Charging in, shot, got some pipe.
Rattled the iron, you could hear it.
Ground ball loose near midfield. This is an open field scrum, folks. One of the most exciting aspects of lacrosse. Anyone's ball. Who's going to grab it? Huntley trying to find the handle. Finally, Steven Pizer, younger of the two Pizer brothers, comes away with it. Here's Lesor charging in, trying to roll it. 5-hole on Turner. That's gobbled up by the UVA goalie. Outlet pass a little too far for Will Barrel, the D-Mitty. And it's out of bounds, and Hopkins gets it back.
One of our keys, and we'll show you those keys in a couple seconds, are the ground ball war today. Virginia is a more athletic team. And you see the pressure they put on the ground ball. That time it was Hopkins who came up with the loose ball, and those are the little wars that are going to determine who wins this ball game.
Nice front. Nice side.
Hopkins, offensive end.
Ball's right behind, we're hot. Nice side, we're red.
Hear that field level audio we've got for you. Plenty of communication between Kip Turner, UVA goalie, to go for the great Tillman Johnson.
UVA bumping 3 long poles up to cover this first midfield unit. Now each defense has 4 long sticks. 3 of them are covering midfielders. The other one is down below covering Huntley. So they're putting a short stick on Lesor and another short on Jake Byrne.
And a spectacular young player as well. Sophomore from Potomac, Maryland. And the team's jokester. All you have to do is open up the media guide and see what Jake Byrne was wearing. Pretty silly suit, a lot of stripes. In front they go. UVA scoops at the ground ball. Again, open field hitting. And finally, Culver with a long stick for Virginia. Great outlet pass.
Huntley lost the ball, he lost his stick. Button chin strap there, young freshman. This game's gonna be played at a little faster speed than maybe you're accustomed to.
A little too tall for Christmas to grab, and another turnover against Virginia. They've had a couple here in the first quarter.
55% save percentage. As I said earlier, regular season game, Turner was not sharp. Got to stop the Hopkins runs. Typically this year, Hopkins goes on 3- and 4-goal runs because they're so strong at the face-off X. On the last key, win the ground ball war. Make this an athletic contest where your bigger, faster, stronger athletes can really succeed.
Rokowski recovering from the torn ACL, suffering fall ball, 9 on the right jersey, still has that wrap on the left leg. And it tells us he's as close to 100% as he's been since the injury. Great game last week. Lesor trying to get loose, again broken up.
Turner's got 2 saves already. He's almost to the halfway point of what he had in the March matchup against the Blue Jays. So good start for Kip Turner.
Some help from Ricky Smith as well, the long stick. Culver got fancy with that pass, was lucky. It was grabbed there in midair by his teammate Drew Thompson.
And watching Virginia on tape and talking to their coach, Dom Starsia, great guy to talk to. We love talking to Coach Starsia. They don't have many midfielders. Their depth, because of the injury to Hunter Cass, is just not there. So you're going to see a lot of the same faces on offense for Virginia today. They're only going to go about 6, 7, or 8 deep.
Kyle Dixon cranks, that goes wide. Hunter Cass hurt last week. Blew out a knee, unfortunately for him. The quarterfinal win against Navy, has surgery scheduled in a few weeks when the swelling goes down. Lost for the semifinals. Christmas. He's lost tremendous quickness, but says he's become a better player. Did not elect to have the surgery on that sports hernia, as some other Virginia athletes did. Let it heal on its own. Dom Starsia says at one point it looked like John Christmas was shot out of a cannon. He was so quick. Hasn't found that elusiveness, but has matured as a player.
Yeah, not as fast. This year his passing skills have really been impressive to me, and you'll see him run some midfield today. That last dodge, he just turned his back to the defense and sat there. You can't be a stationary target as a ball carrier in lacrosse. You'll just get swarmed.
Dixon, cross-field pass, broken up. Again, an outstanding defense for Hopkins, does its job. It was Garvey, made the intercept. Now it's Harrison. Kyle, so elusive.
He wants to create. He will most likely be the #1 selection in Major League Lacrosse's draft next week. New Jersey, the Pride, they have the first pick. They said, hey, we're going after Kyle Harrison. I know there's a lot of fans in Baltimore that wish they could see Kyle play after graduating. He can do it all. Great example. of his defense and his clearing ability right there.
Still scoreless. Nearly 9 minutes in, first quarter from Philadelphia. Virginia's got to be tickled with the pace of this game. And the fact that Turner has stood tall, a couple of big saves. Malo, top of the box, tries to create again. Pizer mishandled the pass for a moment. Older brother, Greg Pizer. Cross-field pass way too high. Was it tipped first? No, it was. Deflected by Virginia. Hopkins keeps it.
Keys for Hopkins, the seniors keep the swagger, and I think there it comes down to poise and composure. Somewhere in this game, things are going to spiral a little bit out of control. It's the seniors who have to control the rest of the players. 40 shots. They only put 14 shots on goal during the regular season meeting. And stop transition. Get to the hole defensively off of any turnover in your offensive zone, because Virginia can really sting you with their speed.
Pizer gets free, sharp angle shot. Turner a piece of that.
Never really saw it.
Too. Yeah, he went right off the helmet, looked like. Bounds all the way to midfield.
Dropped his hands and took that one off the grill.
Malo charging, tries to go low to high, missed the target. Good backup try by Turner. He's got 4 saves already in this first quarter. Kip has been sharp.
Second midfield here. Both Pizers, Greg and Steve, and Malo. Pizer started this season on first midfield.
Rob Bateman, 43 dark jersey. Penn State transferred, All-American there. And a play on push call. Go against Hopkins, and Virginia gets a chance here. On a clear. Turner, nice outlet pass. Graham Rubier, the freshman, has overcome an incredible car accident and ensuing surgeries. Showed us his arm yesterday. He's pretty badly injured. Rolled over an SUV while he was in high school, September of his senior year. Compound fracture. Infections to follow and surgeries, but he's bounced all the way back. Ward shot. Schwartzman goes low to make a nice save on Matt Ward. Bounding ball. And nice hustle by Virginia. Cass will keep it.
This is the little wrinkle Virginia's showing because of the injury to Hunter Cass. Riley comes in the game. You've got John Christmas right there playing midfield right now. And Brendan Gill, number 17, comes in down below. But the assist for Christmas, that's really a wrinkle. Now he has 56 career assists, 19 of those this year. So he's really improved his overall game this year.
Gill feeding up top. Had it broken up. And Hopkins again on the move. Benson Irwin, the senior. Incredible story with Benson as well. Born with some deficiencies in his eyes. Had to have multiple surgeries, 3 operations as a youngster. Wow. Hold call on Hopkins' offensive end. Virginia gets it back.
That call made off ball. You take a look at our officials. Kevin O'Leary leading this crew. Brian Abbott, Jim Luxinger, Tom Holan's the alternate. Kevin O'Leary is known as a referee who can take control of the game. He reffed our UMass-Syracuse game at Garber Field this year when people felt that that game could turn ugly. And that game was extremely intense and chippy. And he was the guy the NCAA assigned because they know he can take control of a game.
Christmas, some initial trouble with the handle off for Rubier. Rubier telling us yesterday, range of motion in his arm that was affected by the car accident and the surgeries, a little bit limited. Beyond that, feels pretty healthy. Christmas bounce shot, well wide of Schwartzman, backed up nicely by the freshman Rubier.
Christmas being covered by Tom Garvey. And Matt Ward had 4 goals in the regular season game when these two teams met. So talking to Coach Petramala yesterday, he said, hey, Matt Ward is assignment 1A.
Christmas open, backdoor cut, couldn't find him though, picked off by Hopkins. And the Jays out running again.
Let him cut. Up behind me.
That field helps sprint that into the offensive end. Just over 2.5 to go. First quarter still scoreless. An absolute shock. The top seeded Blue Jays have had some pretty good looks at Turner. Haven't converted yet.
To me, Virginia's defense is highly underrated. They've got a bunch of poles who can absolutely play. Michael Culver, Ricky Smith, the checker, number 3, and Steve Holmes, 24. Then you throw in a guy like Rob Bateman, transfer from Penn State, and this is an explosive unit on defense.
Rabel, the freshman. Incredibly enough, was born 85% deaf in 1 year. Amazing story, too. Has to pick certain spots in the classroom at Johns Hopkins so he can hear the professor.
Under two.
So many athletes have overcome so much, like Rakowski in the ACL. And earned their trip through incredible hard work to the national semifinals. Here they are.
Thinking about it.
Harrison and Rabel.
Thinking about it.
Just over 90 ticks left, melting first quarter clock from Philly. Duke has won already.
Hopkins may be warned for stalling here in a second. They're not really attacking the goal. And I don't think it's out of their intent. I just think Virginia's stifling everything they're trying to do. Someone's got to run by their man. And right now, Will Barrow's going to dig in for Virginia and try to stop Lesor.
Peter Lesor charges, shot. Turner, another piece of that, backed up nicely by Hopkins.
No way, stand still. Get on the end line.
That's Kevin O'Leary, as I said. He's no nonsense. He will take control of the ballgame.
Jake Byrne, another sharp angle, and one more time. Turner, a great save. Out of the cage he goes and scoops it out of bounds. So Hopkins will keep it 5 saves for Kip Turner. With 56 seconds left in the corner. Officials are now taking the warning off in terms of keeping the ball in the box to avoid that delayed game call.
Coach Starr, 3 unforced errors now, which is just leading to some Hopkins possessions. They're not getting quality shots.
Let's go. No warning. No warning. No warning.
Okay, guys, we got you. We got you. No warning.
Lesor. Here's Huntley. Winds another shot low to high. One more time. It's Turner. 6th save of this quarter. Makes a brilliant stop. Will Barrow some speed. Through midfield. Just over 30 seconds to go in this first quarter. Last time these teams met in March. Hopkins a 3-0 lead. After one quarter over Virginia. Finished up with a 9-7 win at Homewood Field in Baltimore. So
they had a 3-0 lead before Kip Turner even made a save.
That's right.
Today, different story. Turner's on fire. 6 saves already.
10 shots so far for Hopkins. Rubier triggers play. Farrell stays in the field. Bounce shot missed the target. With Posque in front. Just 3 seconons left in the quarter. We're getting our second semifinal from Philadelphia. Duke has won already. Blue Devils a convincing victory over Maryland. First of our 2 games, 18-9. Blew the Terps out. Try the quick stick play, and it will not work for Virginia to finish up 15 minutes. A scoreless first quarter. Very unusual. But Dom Stars has got to like the pace. Ball control when his team has had some opportunities. Trying to cash in, but no one has been able to yet. We've had physical play. Benson Irwin slammed Rubier. Hopkins and the Harrison fans are out in Philly today.
A lot of hours he's put into getting into game shape. Small town kid from a no-name high school in New Jersey.
Unsettled right off the draw on a big shot. Byrne denied by Kip Turner again.
You know, in game number 1, we saw a goalie get off to a shaky start. It was Harry Alford, and if that wasn't a dominating storyline of that game, I don't know what was. Conversely here, it's Kip Turner. Sharp as attack.
7 saves already for Turner in this first half. Battle along the end line is won by Hopkins on that ground ball. Here comes Irwin. He grew up in the shadows of Homewood Field. Benson Irwin, into games as a kid, could see the lights from Homewood from his bedroom growing up in Baltimore. Best buddies with Kyle Harrison, roommates for several years on campus. Unbelievable story, overcoming his eye issues. Doctors told him at one point, you probably won't play a fast-paced game like lacrosse.
They encouraged him to play golf where the ball doesn't move. Although sometimes when I play,
he made the right choice.
Seems like it does.
Me too.
Man of few words, Benson Irwin is. Harrison gets all the hype, but I think Benson Irwin is as valuable to this team as his friend number 18.
His friend from Friends High School in Baltimore. Here's Harrison, left-hand cradle, looking for the icebreaker today in this national semifinal. No goals yet. Kyle's free, quick shot, Turner again is sharp. Makes a big save. Huntley, a great backup.
Great hustle. It's been all about defense. Schwartzman taking it off the shoulder, the big hit. Rubior. Nice save by Kip Turner. Again, almost a carbon copy of what you saw Schwartzman do, and Kip Turner is feeling it. Just look at his body language off that save. When a goalie rises up on his toes after catching it cleanly, you're in for a long day. And for Coach Petramala, it's been a long time between scoreless periods.
Wow, how about that? 1971, the NCAA tournament started in Lacrosse. Hopkins has been in 34 straight. They missed the first one, have been in every one since. That's a record. And we have some more history. First ever scoreless first quarter in tourney history. Unbelievable.
Thought this would be a low-scoring game. Both
Not this
teams, no, not this low. Both teams can really defend.
Dixon trying to get free, changed all that, cannot, a bounce shot. And Jesse Schwartzman talking to his defense, making sure Matt Pino's in the right spot.
You know, last week I thought Navy really slid up field and double-teamed Kyle Dixon. He had 3 assists. You know, he's getting doubled, and then he's showing his great vision. Today, he needs to isolate more for himself.
Christmas had that broken up last second, tried to scoop that toward the net. Garvey and Hopkins guilty of the play on push. Virginia keeps it.
Here's the loose ball push right there. Garvey looking like he made a play on that ball and just caught Christmas down around the shins. Good ground ball players in lacrosse who constantly have cuts and abrasions and bruises on their shins. As you put your nose down and scoop that ball, you're going to get checked, usually on your wrists, and when they miss, you're getting it right on the shins.
I imagine that hurts.
Yes.
Elbow pads, gloves, obviously shoulder pads, but knees and shins, your feet fully exposed. We're trying to get free bounce shot from Matt Ward, again over the target. And we spoke with Jesse Schwartzman yesterday after the Hopkins practice, the Johns Hopkins goalie, about the bounces you'll get on this sort of hybrid turf. It is grass on top, but some artificial flavor underneath. So a little bit of a mix here to allow the stadium personnel to grow grass in the wintertime during the Eagles season. Raymond, great strip. And Jesse was a bit concerned about the bounces. So far, he's been up to the task. Greg Raymond, the senior from Corning, New York.
Excellent hustle by Dixon. Running Raymond down.